Gentrification is the process by which higher income households displace lower income residents of a neighborhood, changing the essential character of that neighborhood. Gentrification is defined by the following three components. 1. The displacement of lower income residents from their neighborhoods. 2. Physical as well as social and economic component that results in the upgrading of housing stock in the neighborhood. And 3. Changed character of the neighborhood.
This data shows the average rent in Providence and how over the years it is fluctuating. Some people use this data as false proof of gentrification that does not exist. Over the years, the data shows that the percentage of income going towards rent is increasing. This is significant because it shows that paying rent is becoming more of a burden.
Gentrification doesn't only involve homes, it also involves like restaurants that are in the area. So they can take a neighborhood restaurant and they can turn it into, say, a Starbucks, and that removes the people who are working there, so that way they can't work anymore. And they could always turn that place into like a condo or something. So not as many people can work as there were before.
I feel like some families aren't going to have a home, and I feel like everyone should have a home, especially in Providence, because it's such a small city.
You also have to understand that it affects us because without house, most of the time they don't really have like places to go home after work. Because there's a lot of like families that they work hard to go home to have food on the table, but when you take away their house, and most of the time they don't even know their own rights because most of the rules to protect them are not really set.
Yeah. I would like to add on to that because I also think that people don't know their rights because they make it so complicated. Because lower income people, they might not get a well enough education or something like that to the fact that they can't understand what their rights are. And they can't always hire a lawyer because they're low income. So it just doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, like kind of was saying, like they don't even if they could even try to figure out their rights, the most, like you said, it's going to be very difficult for them because like they use words that I'm not calling them stupid, like they overcomplicate it. And I feel that a lot of people that have to deal with gentrification, they don't have the resources to even buy a lawyer or get a lawyer to help them. So it's like almost the way it was made to like make for gentrification to just overpopulate.
I think these buyers are like high income or like big companies that have more money than them.
I agree.
And white people. Oh.
Mostly.
No, I think the people who get gentrified are people of low income or minorities or basically people who really can't fight back at all.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really make sense to condemn it to one race or to one thing that makes people different because a range of different people happens. Like, even if there's only a small percentage of white people who have nothing wrong with them. Even a small percentage of those people get gentrified. So I think it's just the people who can't fight back that get gentrified.
What can we do to shift the views of those who are driving gentrification in Providence?
So the resolve is
I think we could do like stuff similar to the organization of like DARE. So they like protest and like they get people from the community and they just try to get as many people who are being gentrified or they're being taken from their houses, and they just protest with them and like they try to pass laws and stuff. So we should like protest.